About 2 weeks ago, I made a video on how to take better photos, and some people asked me to go just a little bit more in depth. Rather, I thought I would make a series of short videos on the basis of that video. If you've ever been lost as to what ISO means on a camera, let me explain it to you real quick. What's up you guys, I'm Jacob Fisher and it's Minute Monday. This channel is all about how to travel for cheap and other ways to make passive income while you're doing so. If that sounds of interest to you, then, well, you know what to do down there. But how does ISO fit into this? Mostly when we travel, we like to take photos, and to better take photos, you need to understand the basics of a camera. So let's put a minute on the clock, tap that like button, and get into ISO. In the simplest terms, ISO will adjust how bright or dark your image is. Depending on what camera you have, you can adjust your ISO anywhere from 50 to over 100,000. The camera you're watching this on right now, a Sony A58, they don't even make anymore, has an ISO range of 100 to 16,000. A newer Sony A7R4 has an ISO range of 50 to 102,400, which is massive. It also has a price tag of $3,499. If I shoot on my highest ISO for this camera, the noise on it is astonishing when compared to very new cameras like that A7R4 or the A7 III. Newer cameras are able to shoot with less noise because they have a massive sensor in them. That big Sony I mentioned has a 61 megapixel sensor, while this camera has a 20. ISO in a technical term is sensitivity to light. A low ISO, it is not sensitive to light very much, and a high ISO, it is very sensitive to light. You can have a high ISO with a fast shutter speed and have some noise in your photo, or you can have the same photo at a low ISO speed and a slow shutter speed for less noise. You'll run into issues with a slow shutter speed. Slow shutter speed. You're gonna run into issues with a You're gonna run into issues with a slow shutter speed. Oh, that took me too many times. If you want to shoot a fast moving subject like a car. However, you can have some really cool effects with a very slow. You can get some pretty cool effects with a slow shutter speed at nighttime. You can have those lines and do some light paintings. However, if you want to keep your subject still, you want to keep that car exactly where you want it to be, you do need to reduce or make your shutter speed faster and have that high ISO. If you are in a well-lit condition and don't want the noise of a high ISO photo, then shoot with a low ISO. It makes everything so much crisper and cleaner. I try to shoot with the lowest ISO that I can. This camera right now is on an ISO 400, which is actually kind of high, but it's not terrible. Let me know down in the comments what your preferred ISO and camera settings are. I'd love to take a look at it and, see what you think about that. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.